Boom, monkeys. We are live. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. I apologize for running late, guys. I was trying to help one of my best friends' son help him out. I was trying to help him out on board onto crypto, and damn, homie, damn, bro, that shit is not easy onboarding people, man. You tend to forget how difficult it was to onboard yourself when you're trying to help new people to onboard, bro. Dude, we spent close to about 2.5 hours trying to get him onboarded. This kid wanted to get into Ethereum. We got him a little bit of ETH. He needed help trying to get some Phantom. We didn't manage to do that because I think Apple Pay was giving him some shit. So he had to get shit approved through the bank. And then he was also interested in the Hex ecosystem along with Pulse Chain. So he almost became a Hexican. So tomorrow I'm going to continue trying to help him out, get him on board into the crypto space. But unfortunately, man, dude, it is a mother fricker, dude, onboarding people onto crypto, dude. It is difficult. I would have had some memes of the day for you guys, but unfortunately, as stated, I was busy prior to this stream, so I didn't really get to prep any memes. But we do have the fragrance of the day for you cats that are still interested in the fragrance. We still got that shit, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and acknowledge the first moonganger in the chat, none other than Jim Scott Connor. Jim Kramer is going to get us rugged. And then No Money Mike, Fame is still looking good, question mark. Yeah, it's still pretty good, man. Fame is solid. We're actually going to hit up that chart. It's funny you ask about that coin. And then we got my homie Moonpill Rational Optics. What's up, Boogie? Ascending Man. What's up, homie? Haven't watched you since last year. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Hope you cats enjoyed your New Year's Eve. I had a good time. Drank a little bit of tequila, not too much, but enough to have a good enough time. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of tequila. My homies wanted me to drink beer, but I don't really fuck with beer. So, and we got my other camarada, large and in charge, Cuba Boogie, and then Moonpill Rational Optics, another degen for the round table. Yeah, cats. Well, let's start off with a Bitcoin chart. I know we've been rallying like a mother fricker. Yesterday, I wanted to stream for you cats, but fortunately, I'm gonna say fortunately, my parents came to visit, so just to be kind to them, I didn't want to go ahead and go live. Especially, I like going live during the evening around this time. So by that time, since they're older, they try to freaking knock out early. So I don't really want to wake them up and stuff like that. So I tried going live for you cats. And around this time frame, around 8 or 9 o'clock, is when Bitcoin started rallying, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So let's go into the first chart. Oh, and I also got a little bit of Jewel for you cats. We're gonna hit that one up too. And I know some of you guys want to see what's going on with Illuvium. We're definitely gonna hit that one up. We're gonna do a little bit of Phantom Hex and some Fame. But first, let's start off with Bitcoin. Let's see. Now, I do think Miguel's going live tonight, by the way. So, food for thought, cats. Bitcoin's current value is at 45,324. We have had about 4 days of buying. And what am I noticing on these candles? I have to mention this because then I'll forget it. If you notice the first candle, which was printed on the 1st of January, we had a GigaChat. No, not a GigaChat candle, but a pretty damn bullish candle. If we measure from the top to the bottom, it was at approximately 4.79%. You know what I'm saying? And then today, we printed all the way from the value of about 44,151, and we wicked all the way to about 45,824 on a wick. So it went up about 3.86%. And then today we're printing another candle. Now, if you guys know anything about technical analysis, you notice that yesterday's candle was a little bit larger than today's. And of course, today's UTC candle, I'm not expecting it. Of course, this could change, especially with bullish news as we approach the Bitcoin ETF, that it's probably going to be smaller than today's. For the reason being, it may mean that buyers are getting a little bit fatigued in buying. Next area of resistance that I do have is approximately over here at about 48,484. Do I think we'll get there? I absolutely think we will, unless a black swan event happens and we fall back into this ascending triangle. I'm sorry. And today we are at about day 50 of the 60-day cycle. If we pull it all the way to the right onto January 10th, that'll put us exactly at 57 bars. Do I think the Bitcoin ETF will get approved exactly on January 10th? I think it'll probably be prior. It would not surprise me that sometime earlier this week or possibly early next week, if anything. But I do expect that ETF to get approved. And if we don't, I mean, we'll probably crash a little bit. I wouldn't surprise if we come down here to a psychological level of about 40,000, but I don't think we're going below 40,000. And then as the Bitcoin halving approaches in March or April, we'll probably continue rallying to the upside. I've been hearing a lot of people saying that they expect Bitcoin to go up to 100,000, if anything. You know what I'm saying? That is a definite possibility, as with especially with interest rate cuts we're probably going to receive this year, because it is an election year. And during election years, of course, the president does want to make things look pretty. So it wouldn't surprise me if he gives Jerome Powell a little bit ring. Hey, man, a little ring to the Treasury. Hey, it'd be nice, or the Federal Reserve. It'd be nice if you freaking cut some interest rates. You know, that would not surprise me. That would not surprise me. What am I noticing on the weekly on this bad boy? But first, let's look at the EMA ribbon on the daily. We do have this area of support. And it's funny because as you look at this EMA ribbon, it covers half of this ascending triangle. So if Bitcoin does come down halfway, that would put us at about 41,926 or about 42,000, give or take. You know what I'm saying? Do I see any further resistance as we approach this marker of about 48,404, 48,486? Let's verify that. Let's verify that. Let's see if we have a little bit of resistance going to the upside. We may have a little bit of resistance here at about 46,680, I think. We do have a little bit of candles here that coincide with this candle over here. So we may have a little bit of resistance at the 4,600 mark, but I do think that once we get up over here to 48,423, we'll probably receive a little bit of resistance. 50,000 is definitely in the cards after the spot Bitcoin ETF approval, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how it's doing on the weekly. On the weekly, as far as the EMA ribbon goes, we're way below where the current printed candle is for the week. But the candle printed for the week is within the ascending triangle, and it is respecting the pattern that I do have here, which is this trend line that I pulled back over here on the week of May 29th. So we do have all that area of support, and I think we'll probably continue bouncing on this as we approach, again, this level of about 48,580, give or take, cats. Give or take. You know what I'm saying? So let's do something a little bit more fun. I want to hit up Phantom. I haven't shown you cats a Phantom chart in a while. And if I had time today, I would have took a look at freaking Boo and freaking Tomb Shares. I think those tokens are kind of fun. You know what I'm saying? Then after Phantom, we'll probably hit up a little bit of doggone Ethereum. Let's see how FTM is doing right now at the time being. FTM's current value is exactly at about 49 cents. That's where we're at right now. I am noticing that it does seem, I don't know if this would entail a cup and handle. It can be the beginning phases of a cup and handle. Especially if we come back down here and we retest and we go to the upside. So it will look a little bit like this before we start rallying to the upside over here at about 60 cents. That's what a cup and handle would look like. And we may end up pulling back before we skyrocket. Now, I don't want to say skyrocket, before we bounce up a little bit more. Now, this may end up playing out. I'm not guaranteeing anything. This is not financial advice, but I can foresee that happening with Phantom. I think Phantom's going to do kind of great. You know what's wild, though? I was listening to BitBoy Crypto yesterday, and he was saying that he feels so about Phantom. He doesn't think Phantom is going to do that well. He was a little bit on the bearish side, if anything. But I do think as long as Michael Kong doesn't screw up anymore, the decisions who he decides to deal with as far as the Phantom ecosystem goes, if he makes the right choices, Phantom probably can bounce up to the upside. Let me see if I can look up an Elliott wave pattern on this sucker. Let me put this sucker on the weekly. Let me see. See if I can find a little Elliott wave pattern on this bad boy. Not here so much. Where did I see that at? It was a couple weeks ago. I saw a little bit of an Elliott wave pattern on this sucker. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and draw this out for you cats. I know it's going to get really convoluted. Of course, this is the beginning aspect of the first wave, if anything. Or this could be, we could be falling into wave 2. If I grab this tool right here, let me pull this up a little bit, make it look a little bit prettier for you cats. If I grab this tool right here and I start pulling this up, this may be the beginning wave of wave 1, and we would pull back this way before we continue going to the upside. Now, remember, if you guys know anything about Elliott waves, wave 2 to 3 is always usually the most bullish. So it would not surprise me that we come all the way over here to 86 cents for wave 3. And then we would pull back down here to about 59 cents and possibly continue rallying even more. I would need to look at Phantom's history. So this wouldn't be a bad area to stop it at, around here. Now, I am using this point here, which was on April 4th of 2022, as the 5th portion of the 5th Elliott wave. So this is a short-term Elliott wave, so it would not surprise me if we go up to $1.65, give or take, on FTM. Not financial advice, cats. That's what I'm immediately noticing off this chart, if anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty decent at Elliott waves, in my opinion. I'm not bad at them. Know what I mean? But that's if Phantom continues rallying from where we're at right now, and it continues all the way up over here to about 86 cents before we come back down and we continue rallying to the upside. Let me take this sucker off. Now, let's look at Phantom's 20-day cycle. And hence why my friend, or why my buddy's friend, wanted to ape into Phantom a little bit. Because we may have gotten our low, and we're currently at about day 3 of its 20-day cycle. So if I pull Phantom all the way to day 14, I'm sorry. If I grab this and I pull this all the way to about day 14, that would put us around, roughly around January 14th, give or take. And why am I citing January 14th? Because that's when Phantom could probably start coming to the downside, or it would push all the way up to day 20, which would be January 20th or January 21st, which would be approximately 21 days. That's where Phantom could finish its new cycle, if anything. Know what I mean? I am extremely bullish on Phantom. It is one of my favorite tokens out in the ecosystem. Not one of my favorite tokens, one of my favorite L1s. Question, guys, and I need to ask this in the Citadel chat, by the way. Which bridges do you guys use to go ahead and transfer ERC20 Phantom to Phantom on its native chain? I know that we're no longer using freaking multi-chain. I wonder if Synapse lets us use the doggone bridge on their end so we can go ahead and transfer ERC20 so we could put Phantom on its native chain. So if you guys got anything, type it in the chat. Feel free to put it in the comments. I would like to know. Iron sharpens iron. If you guys got data that you can share with me, hey, great. We all grow here in this one situation. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how Phantom is doing with its EMA ribbon, if anything. Let's see how Phantom is doing with its EMA ribbon. We do have this area of support at about 46 cents. If we come halfway through the EMA ribbon, that put us at about 43 cents. I don't think we'll come down that low. And I don't think we'll cross day 1 of its 20-day cycle, which was a low of about freaking 45 cents. I don't think we'll go below that, at least not for the next 10, 15 days, in my opinion. I think, unless like a black swan event happens, if anything. Know what I mean? Let's see how the sucker looks on the. Let's put the MACD on this bad boy. Let's see what the MACD looks like. Now, what does the MACD entail? We are on the bearish end of Phantom on the daily, but I think this is going to reverse pretty strong. I do not think that we're going to cross under 45 cents. Mind you, this is not financial advice, cats. But, I mean, it could go revisit 45 cents, but I don't think we'll go below it, if anything. You know what I'm saying? All right, now let's go check out Ethereum. Let's see how Ethereum is doing. Do I have Ethereum prep for you cats? Yes, I do. Present, share screen. Let's go over here to ETH. Let's see how ETH is doing. Oh, I got it on the wrong list. Let me put it on the right list. Now, Ethereum's value is at 2369. It's still a good buy, I think, for the time being. I prefer that you cats would have gotten it over here at 2200 or 2300. Exactly. I think I was barking up that tree for a little while. I wanted you guys to get it there. And we're not going to take off this EMA ribbon since it's already here. The EMA ribbon is within this descending triangle, but we've broken out of it, which is a cool thing. Now, I am noticing that this EMA ribbon is opening up. Now, you cats have heard me say this before. Whenever the EMA ribbon opens up, what tends to happen to the price of that coin? If the coin is below the EMA ribbon, then it tends to bounce in bigger portions to the downside. If we're above the EMA ribbon, then we tend to bounce in portions above that. Area of resistance that we do need to compromise on this sucker. It used to be here at about 23.98. But because of the candle we printed on December 28th, which was a larger amount, that would be the next area we do need to compromise. And that would be at 24.48. And I would move this arrow over here and put it right above there. That's where I would put that sucker at. Now, which day are we on its cycle? Let me turn off the EMA ribbon. And it does seem that we are at about day 47 of its cycle. So far, the high that we did get, which I do think we can end up compromising, is over here on a day 41. And that's that value that I mentioned earlier at about 24.50, give or take, for you cats buying Ethereum. I know there's a lot of FUD going on with Ethereum. I haven't been watching Ben Cohen's videos, but I do remember about a month or two ago, he was super bearish on it, and he didn't think Ethereum was going to come back. Quote me on that. That's what I remember him saying. I was listening to him half-assed because I was driving at the time, so he was on my freaking on my car's audio, and I was listening to him talk freaking FUD about Ethereum. If anything, let's see this bad boy. So yeah, that's what we got on Ethereum. Let's see how it looks over here. What am I noticing on Ethereum? Let me turn off this sucker. Okay. This could be an Elliott wave, if anything. Let me go ahead and grab the Elliott wave bar so you guys can see it. We could have started down here at about 1524, and we shot up over here, possibly came back down here to at about $1,900 flat, and it could be that we're going to continue rallying to the upside over here to about 29.41 before we pull back again over here into about 24.40. And then we would probably continue to the upside. I would need to look at Ethereum's history, and that could possibly put us at about 35.79, if anything. Let me go ahead and fix this up for you cats so it looks pretty. That's what it would look like if it would end up playing out. Let me see if I can make this a little bit thicker for you cats so you guys can see it a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it would end up playing out, I believe, if Ethereum does bounce off that way at a portion of about 35.60. Not financial advice, by the way. Let's look at the chat. Let's see what the chat's saying. Nothing new in the chat. Do me a favor, cats. Go ahead and like the video. Share the video with your homies. Tell people about me. Let me drop my link tree so you guys can share it with your amigos and your family. And people can give me a little bit of a follow. I think that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? So this is my link tree, cats. Give me a follow there. So, No Money Mike is asking me about Fame. Now, I haven't heard any information about Fame being bearish, if anything. And I do think it's at a good buying point. Fame does provide utility for the Pulse Chain ecosystem, which I think is pretty cool. You know what I mean? And if I had more capital, I'd be buying. But what I'm really bullish on right now, the tokens that I'm trying to get a little bit more of, is none other than Fame and Hedron. Of course, whichever side you guys believe in more, the E side of Hedron or the P side of Hedron, that would be cool. I'm saying whichever side, I'm a little bit more bullish on the E Hedron side. Now, whichever side gives me more tokens, because from my understanding that there is going to be an upgrade on Hedron, so I would rather get it on the cheaper side, if anything. But if you cats just want to keep things safe, 60/40 is not a bad deal. I did a little bit of that as of recent with my recent Hedron purchase. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at Fame. Let's see how freaking Fame is doing. Now, Fame has been looking a little bit bearish, and I do notice that we are currently at a decent area of support, which is none other than 0.3474, which I think is not a bad price to buy. 20-day cycles on Fame, I think that Fame is a little bit out of whack with the 20-day cycles. I really wouldn't be utilizing them, but if I were to utilize them on Fame, I think we would be at about day 6. And that area of support, 3474, comes back all the way from over here on the date of about October 17th. That's the area that we are using the area of support. And below that, where would we be at? The next area of support below that would be at about 33 cents. So if I grab this ray over here and I put this sucker here, it's right below the area where we're at now. Now, after that, of course, the next area of support would be a small area of about 32 cents. And then the next area of support would be none other than about 24 cents. And if it goes to 24 cents, I'm aping in hard. Now, this is just my theory. It would not surprise me. It would not surprise me at all if we end up getting an airdrop on Fame for the ERC20 side. Of course, anytime that you get a free airdrop, what usually happens? Everybody dumps the market. That's where everybody usually tends to dump the market, and they dump their coins and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? I do think that Fame's going to do pretty well. And the reason I believe that is because it does provide utility for the pulse chain ecosystem, whether you're trying to short EHEX or PHEX or PulseX or a little bit of pulse chain. The Fame website is what permits you to do that. Hence why I am bullish on it. And if I had a little bit more capital, I'd probably be buying in a little bit more. So probably next time I get a little bit of dinero, I'll probably ape into a little bit of Fame, hoping that it still goes to the downside. I would like to catch it over here at about freaking 32.57, if anything. I would like to get it there. Is right now a bad time to DC into Fame? I would say no, and right now is not a bad time to DC into Fame. We are fortunate that the market is rallying, if anything, and the pulse chain ecosystem is a little bit down because of the FUD, which still gives us a little bit more time to buy within this ecosystem, which I think is pretty damn cool. You know what I'm saying? And we got Smooth Brain. Happy New Year, gang. Hey, Happy New Year to you too, homie. Happy New Year to you too, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk a little bit about the fragrance of the day. Now, a lot of you cats know that I'm a frag head, and the recent frag that I purchased was none other than Boss Bottle Elixir, man. This shit is smoky, it's soft, it's good, and it has a long-lasting freaking time frame. I put this on my skin. On average, it lasts about freaking 12 hours. Now, note, this is more of an evening fragrance or in environments where it's a little bit colder. I would not utilize this in the high heat. And for the most part, man, freaking Boss Bottle or Boss in itself, dude, I haven't been liking their frags as of late. Their frags have been pretty much run-of-the-mill. You know what I'm saying? Run-of-the-mill, normal. Now, this sucker is a little bit expensive. You can possibly pay about $145 for this frag. Dude, I'm considering doing my own YouTube channel on fragrances. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that you cats will enjoy. I do know that we have a lot of frag heads within the freaking the Moon Gang. We got a lot more frag heads than we got gun nuts, but we got a couple gun nuts in here too. I mean, shout out to freaking Zenith, Ascending Man. We need to get you on the gun program as well because I know that you're gonna love freaking shooting firearms and shit like that. You had told me that you know how to utilize swords, man. That's intriguing. That's intriguing, man. Are you talking about fencing swords? Are you talking about katanas? What are you talking about? About, man, freaking broadswords, if anything. It's not every day that you meet somebody that knows how to run a sword, if anything. Now, one of the things that I think would be pretty damn cool, man, to learn, and I wish I had a little bit more liberty and time to do it, would be to learn a little bit of knife fighting, bro. If you cats have ever reviewed any of the videos on knife fighting, you will notice that within 20 yards, a knife usually beats out a handgun majority of the time, for the reason being that the knife, you pretty much can't miss once you close distance. And a lot of people are under the impression after you discharge your weapon at someone that a bullet's going to completely stop them in their tracks. It doesn't work that way. People can still continue fighting even after they're being shot. Had a couple homies that went to Fallujah in Iraq when I was in the Marine Corps, and they told me, man, dude, one of the bad guys, they shot him like 4 times with freaking M16, bro. And dude freaking kept going, kept charging at him. You know what I'm saying? So knives are pretty important, and I think that's one of the skills that you do need to learn. Now, I was under the impression that in Mexico you can't carry a knife. Well, it turns out that it varies state by state. In Nuevo León, Mexico, you're fully permitted to carry a freaking knife. I don't know what the regulations are as far as how big the blade can be, if anything. But in Nuevo León, Mexico, you can carry a knife. Now, I do know that in Tamaulipas, they don't let you do that. I don't know about Quintana Roo or Distrito Federal. You know what I'm saying? Of course, every state has its own rules. Now, it would be dope, man, if people had the right to bear arms in Mexico. That would be freaking off the chain. Now, how did that evolve from Boss Bottle all the way to freaking broadswords to freaking knives, man? Give it to Crypto Boogie. He'll figure it out and evolve it that way, if anything. You know what I'm saying? And we got the hardest working trucker in America, Tex-Mex. Get on the Boogie. I'm listening while driving. Hey, that's the way you do it, homie. That's the way you do it, bro. If you got any questions about any of the coins that you want me to hit you up, hey, man, feel free to text me, dog. You got my number, dude. And then we got my homie, Moonpill Rational Optics. 4-inch blade is something most people underestimate. Absolutely, man. Speaking about blades, I currently got this one right now. This is my Microtech Crosshair. Now, you guys may think that it is green in color. It's black in color. It's actually green. And I'm digging the serrations that you got here on the side. You know what I'm saying? This is a dope freaking knife. I bought this sucker back like in 2017. No, 2018 is when I bought this blade. Came with this real cool freaking Kydex freaking sheath. So for you cats that like weapons, man, Microtech is an awesome freaking brand to freaking run, except it is pricey. It is pricey, man. So enough about the fragrance, enough about the blades, enough about the guns. Let's go hit up a little bit of, you guys want to do alluvium? Let's do some alluvium. I know you cats are holding that in this chat. I know Tex-Mex, you're rocking a little bit of freaking alluvium. Know what I mean? Now, alluvium, this is pretty wild, man. Look what I got here. My Elliott wave cycle ended up playing out almost to the T, son. I started off over here at a value of about $38. It came back down. It came all the way up to freaking about $51. Shot back down for the second portion of the Elliott wave to 47. And then it rallied all the way up over here to about $104. Came back down over here. I should pull this for a little bit higher to about $79, and that was the fourth portion of the Elliott wave. And then it slightly shot up, and it got rejected here at 121, and it played out the exact same way I drew it. Now, we are currently messing with an ABC wave. It did pull back to the A portion of the wave over here at about 82.24, shot back up for the B wave at about 110, and it does seem like we are coming to the downside. I'm expecting that we come down to this portion of the Fibonacci retracement at about on average, $79, $80, give or take. I'm expecting that. I think the psychological level is going to be about $80. That would be the next point to possibly buy in if it does end up playing out that way for you guys that are freaking bullish on freaking doggone Illuvium. And I'm hoping that you guys took my the information I gave you, not financial advice, and you went ahead and you cultivated your crypto as we play it out, this freaking Elliott wave. Shout out to the cats at the DGen Roundtable. Shout out to Agent J. Hey, homie, you really helped me out a lot, man, as far as my technical analysis goes. TA On-Chain. Hey, dog. Mike, I've been messaging you on Telegram, bro. You and I need to do a consultation together, man. I wanna improve my TA even more. I mean, you can never stop learning. The more data you can get, the better, man. The more data you can get, the better. So that's what we got here for Illuvium. And that's the next area that we will head to. Do I have, let's check the 20-day cycles on this sucker. Let's see how this bad boy is doing here on the 20-day cycles. We are currently at about December. Well, that's when we started the first 20-day cycle. That was 2018. And it does seem like we are quickly coming down over here to we are at day 16. If we go all the way to day 20, which I think we probably will, it'll be around January 7th. You know what I'm saying? And that may be the time frame when we get down here to about $80. Maybe if it doesn't come down too low, it'll come down here to about $90. But I do foresee if the Elliott wave does play out. And again, I have to be redundant about this. This is not financial advice, cats. This is not financial advice. So let me go ahead and finish drawing this freaking this 20-day cycle on this bad boy. And that's where we're at right now. So there we go. So let's see what else we got, man. Let's see. Pulse Chain. I got to hit up Pulse Chain tonight. We're not leaving tonight till we do Pulse Chain. I do want to do a little bit of Jewel because I remember yesterday Jewel was up, 32%, give or take, I think. Is that what I read? That Jewel was up there? No, I was wrong. Never mind. You know what I'm saying? Now, Jewel's current value is none other than 31 cents. And I am hoping this Elliott wave cycle does play out. We did hit this bottom portion of my wave 2 of the Elliott wave cycle at about 24 cents on a wick. And I am expecting Jewel to at least come up over here to about $4.26. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to happen immediately. If I'm being extremely bullish, I would say about $9. But let me pull this sucker back a little bit because we want to be conservative, you know. I can see Jewel going up here to about $4.28. Now, the area it would bounce off here at the fourth portion of the Elliott wave. Let me go ahead and check some history on this bad boy. Vamos a ver. Bear with me, cats. Let me see what data I can get for you guys. Let me go ahead and draw this ray over here. Where the hell did my ray go? Draw this ray over here. Let's see. Maybe this could come back down over here to about $2.01. Let me see. See if it plays out. So, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad spot, about $2.01, where it could end up coming back down here to that area on the fourth portion of the Elliott wave. I'm going to leave this sucker here. And wave 5 would need to be shorter than wave 2 to 3. So on wave 5, as it would rally, it would possibly come up over here to 775, if anything, if it ends up playing out for you cats. Of course, let's say that the people at DeFi Kingdoms keep building. That would be good to go, man. Shout out to you cats that ended up getting a little bit of the freaking Gen Zeros. Brown Gent always was advising, and he always was saying that that was probably the most valuable asset you can get in DeFi Kingdoms, and I can concur with him on that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people will pay top dollar for those type of freaking, for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? For that type of data, if anything. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm noticing on Jewel, if anything. But, hey, look who's in the chat. None other than Dollar Cost Crypto. Pump my bags. Yeah, man. Better believe it, DCC. You better believe it, homie. Dude, I'll hop on tonight to your stream, dude. Oh, by the way, cats, I was talking to DCC, and we may end up having a live stream together sometime soon this year. He's going to keep me posted, and we'll play it by ear for you cats. You know what I'm saying? We will play it by ear. El pinche DCC. See what else we got. I told you guys that we would definitely hit up a little bit of let's hit up a little bit of pulse chain. Let me prep that for you cats. Let's get you guys a little bit of pulse chain because I am bullish on pulse chain. Now, pulse chain, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm glad I'm going to show you guys the pulse chain chart because we may be approaching or we may be at another buying opportunity for pulse chain. For you cats, I want to fill your bags a little bit more. Pulse chain's current value is at 4 zeros and a 6174. I did mention that we needed to compromise this area and break above this green line over here of about 4 zeros and a 6-4 before we can make the next move of getting all the way up over here to about 4 zeros and a 6-9. Now, if we take our 20-day cycles on this bad boy, and it seems that we already hit our 20-day cycle and we are starting a new cycle on pulse chain. I feel sorry for my freaking homie son, bro. We tried getting him a little bit of pulse, bro, but dude, freaking onboarding people onto crypto, bro, onto Coinbase, Kraken, freaking Gemini, bro. Sometimes they put a freaking hold on your funds, dude. And I was like, man, dude, freaking pulse chain's what to get right now, man. That's definitely what to get right now. Maybe I'll help him out, man. Maybe I'll tell him, hey, bro, just, dude, whenever your freaking coins come loose, dude, your USDC, just send me that, bro, and I'll hook you up with some pulse chain for now. You know what I'm saying? Because I do want him to get in on this, and he does seem pretty bullish on this pulse chain ecosystem, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So pulse chain does not seem like it's a bad time to buy, if anything. I am noticing that we're getting a little bit of a pattern here. Now, this would be dope. This is daydreaming, by the way, cats. This is a little bit of daydreaming. Let's go ahead and fuck with an Elliott wave on pulse chain. Could this be playing out? Possibly. Let's see if we get a small portion of an Elliott wave. If we push this down here all the way up over here, and let's say this was 0.2, where would be the next area to take us to 0.3 or to the third portion of the Elliott wave? It would be none other than freaking 4 zeros and a 103 before we would come back down up over here to about 4 zeros and a 9312, and then we would possibly shoot up over here to 4 zeros and a 1511. Now, that's if this Elliott wave does end up playing out on pulse chain. Keep your fingers crossed, cats. Hopefully this happens, and hopefully my homie son can end up getting a little bit of that PLS, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that cat deserves it. You know what I'm saying? So those are the areas that pulse chain could end up playing out on an Elliott wave. I would not say this Elliott wave is fully confirmed till we start rallying from the upside and we get to at least this portion of 4 zeros and an 8.5, which is within this green box that I've been wanting us to compromise. You guys I've shown you guys time and time again that this green box is the first area we need to get to before we get into this yellow box, and then we continue rallying to the upside. Know what I mean? So that's the data I got on PLS. Let me see if I can get you cats the OG Uniswap Vision freaking hex chart. Let me see if I can pull that up, man. And yeah, I can. Let me see. Let me show you cats. I love using this chart because it's got all the data on hex. You know what I'm saying? And it's not as convoluted as I had the other one. You know what I'm saying? So let me show this for you cats. And do me a favor, guys. Like the freaking video. Hit share, man. Share this sucker on Twitter, man. Follow me on Instagram. I did give you guys my freaking link tree. Follow me there too. You know what I'm saying? And this is the Uniswap chart for freaking Hex. This is EHEX. Now, why am I showing you EHEX? Because I am bullish on EHEX. I think EHEX is a great buying opportunity. Last time I showed you guys this chart, we did have a little bit of a symmetrical triangle where we were bouncing within. And it seemed like we were about to break to the upside, boom, and then we went to the opposite. And I'm hoping we continue going down to the downside because I would like to get more E-hex. Let me go ahead and grab this freaking ray right here. The next area of support, if we do come to the downside, would be here at about 46% of a penny. And we are currently almost exactly at 50% of a penny. Now, let's grab our 20-day cycles. And it does seem we started a new cycle, which I'm hoping is cycle to the downside because I want to buy more of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it does seem like we are at about day 7 of its new cycle. So if I pull this sucker out all the way to about day 14, that would be January 24th. And that would be January. I'm sorry. That would be January 11th. And if I pull it all the way up to freaking 21 days, that would be January 17th. So I'm expecting that's when we'll get the next low on E-hex. That's what I'm expecting, not financial advice. And I am using the 46 area of support because of this candle that we printed on August 29th, which we did have a giant ass wick to the upside, if anything. You know what I mean? So let's see how this sucker plays out. I am still bullish on E-hex for you cats that want to get some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's see the chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. He's a jeweler, you know. Yeah, man. Freaking DCC is the one that changed the name from freaking the bank to the jeweler in DeFi Kingdoms, bro. They took his advice and they renamed it, you know what I'm saying? And then Moonpill Rational Optics, that would be fire. Yeah, man. Me and DCC should end up having a stream together pretty soon, man. Pretty soon. And then again, Moonpill Rational Optics. I'm working on catching up with all these replays. Hey, you do that, homie. You tear that up, man. Get that data, bro. Like my videos. And that pretty much covers it for today, guys. That pretty much covers it for today. I will try to be back. We are today. Let's see what day we are today. We are Tuesday, I think. I'll try to be back on Thursday and then possibly hit you guys up on Friday or Saturday, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Like the video again. Share the video. Share it on freaking Twitter. My handle name on Twitter is US Crypto _Boogie. Same thing on YouTube. Instagram, I'm always posting dope ass freaking short skits on guns. So make sure you guys follow me there. My freaking address there is crypto _Boogie, and the same thing for Rumble Monkeys. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say what's up to my homie Zenith. Boom, liked it. Thank you, sir. Cheers to my homie Smooth Brain. And Happy New Year to you, Zenith. And good to see everybody. This year we're gonna make it, cats. As long as we don't do anything stupid, we're all gonna make it, and we're gonna make some dinero.